we definitely all know about Overwatch, though. So this is where we bond. This is where we connect. So let's take a look at the group standings currently for EMEA, as we still have some slots up for grabs to get to the main event. Group B, for example, is where one of those slots is. One of the teams wants to join ENCE to advance to the main event. It's going to be either Oh Yeah or OWCS. Oh no.
Yeah, that's the most insane matchup of all time. Oh yeah versus oh no.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
This is peak Overwatch.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
No, fantastic stuff about to transpire on the servers. Let's dig in. Let's dig deeper. Let's talk about the teams. Oh yeah, of course, always been a crowd favorite as their peak OTP shenanigans. Of course, when Kaya left the team at the beginning of this season, people were worried, you know, who wants to Junkrat anymore. But Necra Trust, they just hired another junk specialist, Gergmeister. He's been showcasing that junk last week.
Phrasing Zoe, phrasing
never
on that
mind.
one. But you know, if we take a look at the rest of the roster, we do have Isaac that can play the Diva and the Ramatra, and so even if you aren't going to see Chasm on the Wrecking Ball, there is a lot of actual backbone to this roster that I think is going to make it exciting. Outside of just the OTPs that we have here, you can get a chance to see a little bit of like Ken on the Ashe. Ken's been so good on those hit scan heroes, and then Cool Boy in Saipe. I know we're kind of missing Hot Babe. I was really looking forward to that one, Jaws, but we got Saipe, which is also great. So.
Rest in peace. They broke up for good.
They broke up.
Maybe they'll be back together
Sometimes
soon.
it be like that. They might be back eventually. We'll find out very soon, I'm sure. Now, of course, Jack, this is a rematch, though. The two teams actually faced off in their opening match. And Oh Yeah took down Wasp 3-0. What do we know about the squad of WaspX? Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, positivity wins apparently. Oh yeah, and then oh no. What's sad to me, honestly, about this team is that Sophie's on the bench. Sophie, prolific Junkrat one trick. I was going to say Junkrat one. Yeah, I got it. It's still early. It's 9 a.m. A Scooby-Doo looking ass over here. Yeah, I mean, this series was a 3-0 in the opening match. Being in a group with ENCE too, ENCE kind of got through, so fighting for second place here. Meta Boys ended up going down to oh no, so they had a bit more of a revival in their game against Meta Boys. But Wasp, oh no, I mean, yeah, they're going against the Gurk, which I have severe fears of, and I think they should as well. It's going to be an upward tilt battle. I think it's probably going to be a repeat if I had to put it down to it. The matches were kind of close in the opening games, but not anything to kind of write home about. Yeah, maybe you bring out Sophie, just go for the 1v1 on the Junkrats, but yeah, it's all...
And make it honourable in the most dishonest way possible. Exactly. I'd love that for all of us. Well, let's see if that's what they have in store for us or not. Either way, it's going to be a good match, and one of the teams will advance to the main event. Let's find out who. Guys, take it away.
Thank you very much, Zoe. Yes. Oh yeah versus oh no. I'm not using the Wasp part. It's just oh no to me now. Nepal, our first map here, Rose, picked by Wasp coming in.
Okay, I'm trying to think about ways that potentially oh no can limit the amount of Junkrat potential on all of these maps, and I feel like Nepal is one of those that maybe fits the bill. I saw a lot of Oh Yeah on like Lijiang Tower, so that's been really nice to just kind of see how that fits into their wheelhouse. But if I see on Nepal, I feel like a couple less avenues that you could potentially play the Junkrat, which is why we are actually not going to see. I was gonna say maybe like. I don't know where I was going with that one. For some reason, I thought Gergmeister wasn't in the roster, but don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
Here.
The Gurk is omnipresent.
I was thinking of Chasm, and we're gonna see the Wrecking Ball anyway because Ostrix, I think, is also like a OTP ball.
Yeah, I'm down again. Just OTP teams in EU, like handshake emoji. Good times. Honestly, I'm here for it. So yeah, I mean, it is shades of Clockwork Vendetta. I mean, that was a ridiculous roster back in the day. Like, the Tor player turning out to be one of the most cracked Widowmaker players in EU for a short amount of time was a little ridiculous. The ball should have a fairly decent time against the Junkrat as long as you avoid the traps. And I mean, Oh Yeah's front line here being Ken in Isaac. The Queen is going to get run over a lot of the time, and being able to go in as Queen is nice when you've got a team kind of rallying around you, but who do you really jump on in Wasp's comp? Like, you jump on maybe the Ashe, but that's about it. Everybody else is pretty slippery. Wasp do end up capping the point first, though.
They do, and so they're going to get a little bit of an upper hand when it comes down to playing a little bit more defensively with this Wrecking Ball, so you have a little bit less time to actually, you need to set up for a lot of these things, so they're coming in pretty fast here. Isaac has switched over to the D.Va to match a little bit more of that dive presence. I think the Junker Queen, unfortunately, just got flattened the first time that it made an appearance. So you've got the Isaac on the D.Va, one of his best heroes, and I think this works out much better to deal with this Ashe as well as the Wrecking Ball.
It's a really good map too, actually, for the ball if you're playing against something a little bit unorthodox like the Junk. There's a few like choke points you can spam as the Junk, but ideally you do end up capping first. Well, Ostrich is just going to go in. He does get eliminated eventually there by the Gurk.
Just say,
Tire available. And now what all good Junkrat players do, just rip it close to the enemy team. Maybe try and find the Trace here of all people. 10-second tire, lasts for eternity, especially if you're a support play. Beautiful Suzu by KDM. Wow. Unbelievable reaction times on that one. Cool Boy flattened by KDM. And Ostrix do end up jumping on the point. Still controlling as well. Oh yeah, couldn't actually gain control despite them finding a very good initial pick. Ultimate's available from Wasp though. They can just jump over the wall and use that rush. And it's exactly what they're going to do. But Gurk still kill it. Someone's going to shut down the Junkrat eventually, and Wasp are going to be in control for quite some time, especially after they deploy the beats. P does end up getting 4 there with a sound barrier, and Ken goes down yet again, straight back from spawn and straight back. And unfortunately for they are stuck in this small room.
They are stuck. At least there's no Wrecking Ball mines anymore since those just got deployed. And now that you have the sound barrier as well, it can help to push Aya out of that small room. But all the while, Ono's composition is so good at being able to stall the point. If it wasn't the Wrecking Ball before, it's going to be the Bob that just got thrown out there by QRXU. Whoa, how'd you say that before?
Yeah. It's not Raksu, the old Hanzo player. Cracksu, close enough.
Cracked, got it. Excellent,
got it.
easy enough.
99% now for Wasp. I mean, look, did invest a whole bunch of ults there. I'm not entirely sure how the Trace started the self-destruct. It looked like they were behind cover at that point. Ostrich trying to find an angle, a vector of attack. Just going, oh, whoa, that was close. Trusting the ball players to know exactly where to grapple, though. All good. Gurk in a little bit of trouble, does get slammed, but good matrix there by Isaac. Making sure the ball can't follow up, and it doesn't matter, though, because Cassidy's already found 2. Cracksu kills Coolboy and Ken. No Barbie, unfortunately, in this server. As Wasp, oh no, take that first round. 100 to 26. Probably the worst map there for Junkrat, it must be said, Rose, but off to a flying start already.
I would have actually almost assumed, though, that this would be the best one on Nepal for the Junkrat. I take a look at the open territory here on Village, and this doesn't necessarily feel like the easiest terrain for Junkrat to work around either. So if I were to look at the 3 stages of Nepal, I would have said, oh, Gurkmeister would have had a much better time in Sanctum, and that would be the one point that Aya should really look at trying to grab, but before looking at the rest of the points in Nepal. So now that that's slipped through their fingers, I'm a little bit worried about how potent this Junkrat can actually be. Maybe Isaac starting on the D.Va, though, is going to be a better look. They did lose that first point so early, which allowed the Wrecking Ball a lot of time to ramp up, and so maybe with the D.Va, this will be better.
Yeah, again, Junk definitely excels when you do control a point. Unfortunately, Hev taken down the Gurk. Ostrix is going to have a little bit of a tough time actually controlling this high ground here, especially as D.Va can just kind of fly around and matrix the rest of the team to get up. Goes in for another slam. Ken in a little bit of trouble. Desperately needs healing real fast. Ostrix going pretty low, though. The offenders were flying on in to heal the Casti up. Ostrix finds that little mini on the outskirts of the map, and Gurk gets some revenge on Hev, and that will be the point over to first. And now this is where the Junkrat excels right here. Good luck tapping this point.
Yeah, now you can just put the Junkrat on high ground, even if it's going to be above the point. It makes it a little bit better for them to just spam those mines like
just
that.
Ball players, I have some choice words for ball players at my ranked games, but I mean, watching some of the ball tech, honestly, is kind of insane. So, for
I was just going to call out, like, the concussive mine, though, right? Like, that's already stalled out so much because you saw Gurkmeister completely eliminate LP while he was moving in, and so, like, the Wrecking Ball sitting up there isn't helpful.
I mean, this is bad news for they lost Mech. LP and the rest of the gang managed to kill Mech. What seemed quite easily. Coolboy down, though, to Hev. Wasp, oh no, do manage to cap as well. Look at this peel coming through onto Ken. Unfortunately, no Matrix there to save the Cassidy. Although at least the BAP survives yet another day. Seth does manage to get out of there, but they have lost a point. And Isaac with the remake. They might want to go a little bit early here, knowing that even though Gomibus is down, they're going to have a little bit of space. But, I mean, the ball's going to be back in just a moment. Those mines can be deployed on the point just to be a bit more of a dissuasive tactic.
Don't hate the idea, but as you look at the wrecking ball mines heading into the choke point, it's actually something that's going to be really difficult for Alya to actually try to bypass here.
Good window as well. Look at that.
That is one way to do that.
Oh, okay, Ken. Jeez. Calm down. All right, first map of the day. Ken's kind of on fire right now. 3 ultimates, 2 from Arya. Really nicely placed window there, Rose. Of course, Ostrix was kind of off to the sideline, so they were able to get an angle on the wrecking ball as well. So if the ball did want to kind of rush through the point, it was just an easy fan the hammer kill.
Yes, it's a good response to have against something like the Kitsune Rush, because usually you see that laid down, and it's like, okay, well, now the mobility, we don't have that, but the amplification matrix is one way that you can actually push them back so they can't take use of that ultimate.
Ooh, Suzu. Luckily, ELP does manage to get the kill onto the tire, or that would have been a delicious highlight, a delicious 3K for Gurkmeister. Lamp deploy to try and save the Junkrat. Isaac as well, bathing the Junk in the Matrix as they do put themselves on point for the time being. Those mines used already as the sound barriers do end up coming out for both sides. Callboy running straight into a mine, so all that overhealth just disappearing almost instantly. Ostrich doesn't end up getting booped away, but a quick Suzu will actually save the Wrecking Ball's life and a self-destruct. In fact, a rather sloppy fight at the very best of times with these Wrecking Ball comps. It's kind of breaking down to this Bob kind of destroying on the point as Callboy does end up dying. Even though they got the cap, that Bob was a little bit too much for them to deal with. And statically kind of holding down the point and getting a little bit of capture percentage too. They do end up flipping.
Yeah, but I think this is going to go right back over to we actually ended up seeing Hev throw out the pulse bomb that was able to at least get the DMEC there onto Isaac, but he's going to be back, and take a look at that. It's flipped over before Oh No can actually start to set up for another re-engage.
Oh, Ken's on such a good spot. Nice little boop though. A little bit isolated, does receive the lamp to keep themselves up, and now the window has been deployed on the point. Gurk is just firing random left clicks through the window, hoping to tag somebody, and tag somebody he does. KDM going down to a stray left click there. As claim control very quickly, like you said, after that pulse bomb kill. And they're going to take us to a 3rd round on Nepal. Yeah, look, Junkrat did get changed, Rose. Did get changed recently, but...
That's true.
Junkrat players... they don't care. They just fire through window, they get random kills, it's all good. All predicted. All calculated.
Yeah, I mean, just to cue people in on the small change that ended up happening to the frag launcher, the projectile size is going to be reduced. And then after like the second ricochet that it does, like if it bounces, and the projectile also preserves a little bit more velocity on the ricochet, so they kind of fire a little bit faster, but maybe it is a little bit harder to actually land the shots if they are getting spammed so far away. Regardless though, if you were a Junkrat player, you probably were playing with a lot more precision than your average Joe, so I feel like it's not going to affect Gurkmeister all that much, and maybe some of the other Junkrat OTPs that we do have in this lobby. But as we head over to Shrine now, this will be interesting to see if Gurkmeister actually looks anybody in the face. Yeah, I think he's just at the bottom of the stairs.
1 HP after receiving a couple of directs there from the Junk. Does end up scurrying back all the way to that mega health pack room. Get another pretty decent point with the Junkrat, you gotta say.
Yeah, I think it also helps if the target in front of you is as giant as Wrecking Ball. I think that'll certainly help to alleviate some of the pain points you might feel with the changes to Junkrat.
Good headshots by Crackshoe already. Those dynamites are going to do a whole lot of damage too. They've really got to be eased by Isaac, otherwise you're just going to get chunked out, and then the ball is just going to kind of roll through you. Hev with a nice double kill. As they come out rather large. The Gurk is trying to chase the Wrecking Ball away. Those mines, and the traps as well have felled by the trap. Honestly, sometimes, especially when they're on the point like this, it can be pretty hard to see when you're moving so fast in these comps. Yeah. Tracer, Wrecking Ball, anybody like that. When you're looking around so quickly, sometimes the traps are almost invisible to you, so you can't really blame the Tracer for running into that one.
Well, especially if the floor is also kind of like a darker color, like the floor of the point is red, and then you also have like the red petals. I feel like that obstructs some people's vision too on just the outline of the actual trap. Or at least it would for me, to be honest with you. But here comes the tire. You could definitely see this one coming.
Oh. Tire ended up getting a bit of damage there on Ostrix. Ostrix was on the high ground, like on the roof, ready to slam 5 when they did exit the door. Gokmeister with a heads-up play, though, just hitting that pretty early, just hoping for the team to follow up on the kill. And follow up they did.
Oh my god.
And again, looking real good on this Casti right now. They're just kind of throwing everything at the... We're just going to destroy the Wrecking Ball as well with the flash grenade. Just stopping the momentum of the Wrecking Ball.
Good for that. It's good for the Tracer. It's also good for the Kiriko, just any type of hinder grenade, just for the mobility. Also one way that you can also choke people out. There's also so much damage on the team, right? If you're going to be hitting all of these frag nades, but you're also going to hit the headshots, people are getting deleted.
Nice sound barrier there from Coolboy, saving Ken's life. That Bob and everybody from Wasp was trying to run through that window to try and annihilate them. Or Ken whiffing a couple of shots. KDM ends up... helping Colosseo take down Ken with the dynamite damage. A self-destruct, and it's only Ostrix now kind of chilling, vibing near the point. There's a 3v1. 3v2 now as Hev does rejoin this little bit of a wild battle right now. I mean, Ostrix is still in, of course, on the Wrecking Ball. They're just trying to pressure out the Steven mech, and they actually managed to get it to a dynamite from downtown from Colosseo. Does manage to eliminate it. Got 2 summons there, that mech and the lamp. So now Wasp will end up controlling the point, just trying to chase and find some extra picks as retreat.
This is going to be a really good spot for Oh No as well. Now that they have that point control, one way that they can help to kind of be... Oh! What?
Well,
okay, they're going to go fast on that one.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, that's super unfortunate. I have kind of overstayed his welcome there. It's going to have to come back from spawn, and all the while, you've got this Junkrat tire from Gurkmeister that might be able to keep this open.
Instantly got shot, though. It's only at 35 HP. KDM, yeah, picks that one up pretty easily with the kunais, which the neutral damage without the headshot got buffed recently. 70% on board. Ostrix is behind. Oh, yeah, just peppering them with the left click. Now he's even got the mines, too. Hits the slam, does get a hit marker. Gets immediately flashbang, but shakes it off pretty quickly.
A lot more ultimates coming up, though, for Oh No as well. The Kitsune Rush from KDM can also be thrown into this next fight, as it's going to be the last one. And so, yeah, they're going to be trying to work up to this Amp Matrix and sound barrier of their own, hopefully, from Coolboy.
Oh, good flashbang, actually. Stops the momentum there of the slam coming in, but they still manage to annihilate Ken. The mine separating Arye's backline from helping the Cassidy. And now OT approaches for Wasp. Oh, no. A slam on the Diva Meg, there is the ejection, and I think this might just be it, especially with this rush on the point. Bob's going to join the fight as well. It's a 5 as well as a 6-on-1 there as Gurkmeister can't quite get back to the point in time, and that is Wasp, oh no, taking that first map.
Okay. I mean, I think this is still one of the maps that I would look at. Maybe Junkrat is just not as potent. I still personally believe that, looking at the rest of the map pool. However, you gotta give a lot of credit where credit is due. The Wrecking Ball played really well into the composition. I think this team has also figured out a lot of how to look at this team and how to approach it from that past bout that they had at the beginning of the group stage. And so I think that's coming through evidently. The Wrecking Ball's been great so far.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at kind of the control maps in the pool, you're like, okay, Nepal is not too bad for us. Like, I wouldn't really want to go to somewhere like Busan.
I want to go to, like, Lijiang either.
Yeah, I think Lijiang might be, yeah, probably worse, a little bit worse than Nepal. Maybe a little bit better because you have control center. But yeah, it's, against the Wrecking Ball too, you're like, where are you going to go? I think it's kind of pick your poison. I think the pool was probably one of the better maps. Busan, you're like, okay, we got a mecha base we kind of destroy, right? Because we got these really small choke points that people have to funnel through for the junk, and you get some sick tire kills. But yeah, Nepal and Wasp after a good start. Their series previously was a 3-1 versus a 3-0 versus yeah, as they did end up going to Lijiang Tower, and it was yeah taking that 2-1. So maybe that was the pivot that they really needed, going to Nepal instead. I think it's worth pointing out, too, how much work Colosseo was doing on the Ashe as well. Even though Ken's Casti looked really clean, I mean, the Ashe just... especially with the Wrecking Ball, too, Ashe gains a lot of space because everybody's trying to, like, okay, we need to stop the Wrecking Ball from rolling for an entire team and destroying her. So you're like, okay, well, like, I can just kind of sit here and shoot people. Like, that's the aim of the game with the Ashe.
Well, the Susans were also super clutch from KDM. Like, not even just the rushes, because I think that helped to also close the distance on a lot of these team fights for them. But the Suzus, we saw that clutch one for KDM even just to save themselves from that Riptire. But also, when you know that you're getting focus fire out of something like the Wrecking Ball, those were coming in really big.
Yeah, really nice stuff from the Kyrie. It's pretty hard sometimes to Suze yourself. Oh, here's the remake kill. Like, you're like, oh, okay, the try got a kill. Okay, cool. You didn't even plan that.
Right
it was the Tracer, blinks in, instantly dies, straight buried under the snow. Like, what? Yeah, Hev getting a little bit unlucky this game, I think. Running into the trap a couple of times as well, like we were discussing previously. Yeah, a little rough on the Tracer there. Like I said, you're moving too quickly as Tracer. Sometimes you can't predict where things are happening. It's fine.
Listen, we all have it at the beginning of the day. Like, I had it just starting into the first map. So don't worry. I think we're chalking it up to some brain lag. Hev's going to be just fine.
Well, there's some viewer predictions on your screen as well. Most people thinking, oh, yeah, are going to win. 79 to 21%. Honestly, makes sense. Like, as a value bet there, maybe you feel like, you know,
history could repeat itself
in the last series. So, feeling pretty confident in that one. But Wasp.0 fans, hey, coming up big, all good. We're going to the second map in just a moment. Yeah, is going to be picking that one. In the last series, they went to a Blizzard World and Junkertown. They were the other maps that they ended up playing, so we'll see if they end up going there as well again. Although it was a pretty close game on Blizzard World. 5-4 was the scoreline in the end, as didn't end up taking it by the skin of their teeth, mind you.
I feel like any of those maps would be really good for the Wrecking Ball in particular, but now that it is up to to actually pick a map, I think that's where we can start to kind of figure out, like, okay, maybe now we look at some maps that maybe we limit the Wrecking Ball's potential, and we'll start to get a look at that in just a couple of moments. But the map overall felt really close, despite the fact that actually had more damage dealt and more healing done. I think that's pretty significant when you take a look at the overall stats.
Yeah, that is not a lot of healing on the side of Wasp.0, but that does make sense when you're playing with the Wrecking Ball, because the ball is like going to the Mega Pack, the minis, like picking up packs around the map, so you're not getting as much healing from the support.
And also taking the most damage, like, overall, too.
Yes, definitely. I think Ostrig's pretty used to that in solo queue and just tournaments and whatnot. King's Row is going to be a map here for It's their pick as we go to a hybrid.
Alright, King's Row makes a lot of sense. I think that the Wrecking Ball, once again, like, gets a little bit limited on this map. You can still play it on the first point. If you want to do generic Wrecking Ball things, you can... You can actually, like, swing off of Mundata, or you can swing around the hotel, like, back and forth. There's actually some pretty good rollout spots here, but I think this is also just letting Gurkmeister do Gurkmeister things. Isaac gets to play the Diva a little bit more, and so as we take a look at their attack composition, is actually going to go out with the Ana and the Baptiste. Kind of interesting to see that in juxtaposition versus the Ana from KDM and then the Alari from Ilpi.
Ooh. Yeah, don't mind this at all on the defense. Just hold that high ground and just rain death from above with the Alari. Although summoned down, the pylon's dead. Hev once again succumbing to the Gurk. Very unfortunate. It's like probably enemy number one for the Junkrat player is killing this Tracer.
It definitely has the most potential to just one-clip you, right? Like, it's not entirely like a one-clip anymore, but it's still a huge threat to you, especially if you can't look behind you while you're spamming things in a place that you can't see.
One day, we'll get a character that can look 360 degrees, eyes in the back of their head on those sides.
I think I would get motion sick. I don't know about anything else.
I might watch in a 360 cam view.
I actually think that would be really lit. Like, if you were to put yourself in one of those AI or virtual reality simulator things, I think that would actually be kind of fun.
I think it'd be wicked.
But just not like
VR headsets on everybody, so they're playing their character properly, and then look at the ball players and how they are just spinning around in real life.
Yeah, I'd really put them into like a gymnastics apparatus.
Yeah, exactly. They're just flying around. Well, Hev is dead again. Unfortunately, on the Tracer. It's going to be a tough point to collapse in on here for Wasp.0 with the Wrecking Ball. They actually nanoed the ball of all things too. They can't really find an avenue to actually get in. It was just Isaac just standing there firing micro missiles and the whole time. Bob deployed as well by Ken, so that's going to provide a lot of cover and fire. And yeah, Wasp on OS comp, and like you were mentioning at the very top of this map, Rose, pretty tough to actually get going, get popping on the King's Rope. And even KDF just taking fight into their own hands. Everybody's fighting something, Rose. Give them another fight to fight against, so they almost have a guaranteed loss.
Some are fighting against other players, some of them are fighting their own demons, you know. LP, unfortunately, I think lost the battle on that one. I was playing with the Alaria on that first point, but has switched since to the Brigida and now over to the Zenyatta. So maybe not feeling ultra comfortable in how they actually want to try to approach some of these team fights, because now that you have the Zenyatta, it kind of speaks to me like, okay, well, you have the Orbs of Discord. That's a great way to just make sure that you can sort of help out maybe with some of these Widow shots that are coming through, and you also, more importantly, have those Orbs of Harmony to actually help heal up like your Tracer.
Oh boy.
Oh, that poor Tracer.
You can see why they wanted to go to King's Row.
Yep.
It's been rough.
This is rough.
It's all good though.
Oh man.
We have Widowmaker on last on King's Row. It's a very fast time back as well. 5 minutes. Oh yeah. And at the moment it's just Hev just trying to stay alive on the Tracer has been mission number 1, which is, or challenge 1, impossible right now. Ostrix also going down. They're just continuing to roll through. They've got 3 ults as well. If they just get a big tire, even onto like the Zen or the Ada, this is going to be a very fast map. Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's see what's going to happen here. Oh, yeah, I could close it out. Nano boost onto the Diva. Just going to go sit and spawn.
Okay, Head comes up with a kill. There you go. Pulse ball onto Coolboy. Nano boost on the Diva. Should be able to double kill the supports here as well. Yeah, absolutely no chance for KDM to stay alive, especially with LP going down super early. Oh, that was lucky. Isaac almost ended up going into the drink. Hits the self-destruct, goes for the remake. Pele moving back ever so slightly there, but they'd end up retouching. And Ostrix and the rest of the gang can regroup too. You can see everybody coming back from the spawn. Double support coming up with this tire. I'm not sure you're going to be able to survive this one. In fact, they were trying to nade it too. It's going to be able to get this one off. No! Actually takes it down with just the basic Widow shot, as well as killing the BAP. 3 and a bit minutes to go here, and the Widowmaker pop in. I'm telling you, this is all you need, is just a Widowmaker pop off on 3rd on King's Row. And history will repeat itself once again.
There's actually a lot of ultimates in that last fight too, and now you're just looking at the Bob from Ken, which can still make a dent in this defense. If you can get it into a corner, you can sort of flush out where the backline is going to sit, then maybe you press them out into the open so the Junkrat can clean it up, but you're going to be delayed just a little bit. There's still 3 minutes and 15 seconds that you have to chew through, but the sites will help out at least somewhat. Oh no, though, with this Transcendence too, I feel like this should just be an oh no defense victory for this next team fight until Aya start to get their ults online again. Or if
Till Gurkmeister hits the epic bomber where he double satchels in the sky and then one-shots the Zen out of nowhere. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Never count out Junkrat players though. I sleep on the Diva. Might be a good kill there. No, they can't end up body blocking. Little thrusters out of the spawn doors. Ken's mech does end up going down to LP here. Ken in a lot of trouble. Has to navigate through this minefield right now, this hedge maze of sorts. And with this D-mech onto Isaac, this is going to be a big problem. They're going to be stalled out for a long time here. If they kill the baby Diva too, this is going to be an even bigger stagger.
Isaac is trying. Like, it's so difficult though because everybody is sort of hiding. So Isaac is struggling to actually find any damage, while the rest of the team is also stalling. Maybe he stalls for enough time for Isaac to actually get back into mech, but...
What happened to him?
Did he just, like, blink into the abyss?
Okay, I need a replay on that one.
Someone find it.
Unfortunate.
Oh, man.
Yes. Find another word for unfortunate. I'll use that one.
Oh, no.
Transcendence being utilized there by LP. Arna still ends up going down, though. And Gurkmeister from downtown, alley-oop, left click into Satchel, into kill on the Zen. Self tried to get the remake as Hev come back from spawn, instantly exploded into a million pieces. I think, thank goodness, Overwatch is a Peggy 12, because If it was a Peggy 18, then it would be there was blood and viscera everywhere. Gergmeister with a double kill on the supports as well with the tire, and that is, oh yeah, capping last. And what was kind of a circus of a push there, like a little bit of a fiesta. Love it though. Love to see it. Wrecking Ball versus the Junkrat players. It's a true battle of the ages, a battle of the titans, if you will.
Oh my gosh, it's like they're slapping each other with explosive pool noodles.
Yeah. Explosive pool noodle.
I don't know, it's
That's
like, well, Zoe's laughing, but I'm just thinking about, like, you know how you have, like, the wet pool noodle fights? But this one is, like, they're explosive pool noodles, because sometimes it doesn't look like they're doing anything, but when they do something, it's pretty explosive.
Wait, is that what oh, yeah.
I told you!
Hev just jumps off the map. Yeah, he just strafes off the map. And you could see the panic, too. They panic blinked. And
oh, this poor player is having a day.
Down into this.
We've all been there. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I've heard rent's pretty cheap down there, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, you know, it
cheaper
probably
in California,
would be.
I'll tell you that.
I feel. Are there like actual sewer people?
What, down in the streets of Kings Row? I'm not sure. Is that in the law? Is that a
No, not like. I meant like real life.
Are there sewer?
Maybe I've watched too much Futurama. Actually.
Oh right, Futurama. Okay, yeah.
I think I've watched too much Futurama. But I'm like
what
now.
Are you saying? It's like it's later for you than it is for me. By the way, it's 9:30 a.m. for me.
I am still in Hawaii time. You guys have to, and I'm also like, I can't do these.
Rose has lost it, everybody. Rose has lost it officially.
Can't do these team player names. There's too many letters for a dyslexic person.
That's facts. Factual. Don't get me to spell it.
Alright.
Alright, Craxu with the Widowmaker. So they're going Widow in the May now to try and wall off Isaac, I suppose. Isaac's just got to be careful with that.
I think you wall off the Gerkmeister, actually. You spot whichever window that Junkrat is hitting in, and you just wall it off.
The May has merits here on this point, especially. Considering the comp of Junk doesn't want to be in the point, neither does Hanto. It's really just Isaac who can hold down this point, and the May can kind of chill here for quite some time, pun intended. Ilpi does end up going down to Gerkmeister, who's just been playing in Hotel for most of this round so far.
Has to drop down though, because otherwise, yeah, you're not going to be able to actually get a sightline on anybody. But there's actually a couple of other things I feel like you're walling off here too. Maybe you do actually isolate somebody. Well, what if you can get the wall actually behind someone that Ostrix is trying to push? Not a bad idea to like get them to slam into a May wall.
God, Gerk is just so good at Junk. KDM dead. Unfortunate. Actually, forced a block there from Hev.
That's really big too, because now you're delayed a little bit on the Kitsune Rush progress. If Aya can actually kind of like, yeah, keep doing that. Just keep doing that. Shrekker's even better on the defense. Like,
yeah, definitely. Like, this is where the Junkrat really does excel. If we go back to like 2016, where we had some of you in chat are going to be like, "You serious?" But we had the defenders and attacking heroes as little categories rather than tank support and DPS.
Yes.
Nice headshot by Craxu. However, the tire is going to eliminate Ostrix pretty quickly there, and with the nano boost, it should be, regardless of that pick, it should be a pretty free win for Arya's defense so far.
Honestly, at this point, Isaac, throw the Diva Bomb at spawn.
Oh, Isaac did. Oh, that's the wall I was talking about. If you don't have those thrusters, it's pretty deadly. Can they get the remake? Yes. Don't get a kill this time, unfortunately, but they did manage to get the remake in. Sound barrier to push them forward. No fear of that remake either coming through from the Divas, so this Blizzard is going to be pretty free to use if they get the Diva out of mech. Once again, Craxu coming up big with a kill on to Coolboy. Widowmaker headshots doing a whole lot of work right now, and with these mines too, it should be a pretty free victory. Don't even need that Blizzard either. And the Gerk is down. 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. Oh, not down just yet, at least. Still in Hotel, throwing bombers. And there it is, 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go now as they do end up capping the points. A little bit of a struggle there, but it was Isaac really getting desuited really early on. That cost them big time. Of course, Coolboy getting headshot by the Widowmaker.
Still a pretty good amount of time bank, though. Like, I look at 3 minutes and 40 seconds is a huge win, and that should be enough time for Oh No to get a couple more ultimates online. As you called out, they still have the Blizzard in their pocket too, so Hev is free to throw this, as long as the D.Va hasn't turned its attention to wherever Hev is looking. Honestly, though, Hev has had a bad day. I actually wouldn't be too surprised if this Blizzard gets eaten and by kind of like an accident.
I mean, it's pretty accident. Like, I would like to say a lot of the Junkrat kills are accidental, but honestly, the way some of the Junkrat players play, it's just so cerebral. I don't know what's going up on there, up in those minds of the Junkrat.
That is geometry.
Some of them are just unbelievably good at hitting the rebound shots.
It's like geometry and physics. They are the doctorates of Junkrat.
Yeah, seriously. Seriously. Go to the University of Aquamarine.
No one can hide.
Speaking
Right,
of
there's
which,
the
there's a tire.
sights. Yeah, tire's available. Oh, I see the double satchel out. Those mines are doing a whole lot of work again. Especially in Streets phase, the mines are so effective. If you're a support and you're anywhere close to being pushed up, you just get separated from your entire team. Tire insta-killing the Widowmaker. Rest in peace, but the nano has been deployed, so again, once more, yeah, invest quite a lot of ults into these engagements to try and get it popping. And it's hard to really peel away from this D.Va too. Even with D.Va getting nerfed like ever so slightly, it's still, when the D.Va's nanoed, you are guaranteed dead.
You are so, yeah, you are actually toast. Like, there's also so many squishy heroes that are on Ono's roster. Like, you go after the Lucio Kiriko with that Swift Step or Suzu, yikes. We do have the Kitsune Rush coming out from Ono, so at least it's gonna help to push this card forward a little bit, but not before KDM can't even take advantage of that.
Ooh. Oh, bomb spot on the ground, it's all good though. Gurk's got all the explosive power you need. A couple of left clicks in that small corridor there, and the Widowmaker, who's dancing and jumping around the Tracer, ends up succumbing to the Gurk. All right, oh yeah, in a good stead right now. And again, this is what you talked about earlier, Rose, and about this Streets phase is really tough for the Wrecking Ball, and you can see exactly why. Getting any kind of value here is really rough. Sound Barrier and Blizzard available, however.
That'll help. I think the sound barrier would be great for just an aggressive push if they need it, but you've got another tire. How do you hide yourself from this?
Oh, they're going to use that Blizzard. They aren't pushing the payload right now. They're just more than content to trying to find a team kill. Cool Boy ends up going down again. It's real rough for the Ana out here, even with those lamps. Gurkmai's is using that tire. Oh, straight on top of LP. Dice the D.Va or the Junkrat. They didn't really have a choice in the matter, unfortunately. And because this fight is like very extended too, oh yeah, and they're a good spot. Like, they can come back pretty quickly. Gurkmeister does end up going down pretty late, but if this remake can come through from Isaac, they should be in a good spot. A little bit of remake damage there onto Ostrix, but because of those overshields coming through from the Wrecking Ball, they should be good. And still, these nanos are just so much value onto Isaac. And OT approaching as well. Should be a double kill for the D.Va. Although we're saying that, nope, there it is. All good. Pilot D.Va does the job.
They left the point.
Yeah, gonna hold as they tie the series up.
They left the point. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not cool for oh no though. There's an easy joke there, but I won't make it.
It's right there.
It's right there. It's
It's
too early.
true.
It's too early.
It's too early. It was right
A 3-1 in the series. Oh yeah, looking pretty strong. On a map that definitely favours them. That doesn't favour the ball. I mean, now we're going to go to a map that definitely does favour Wrecking Ball, I'd imagine. I'm a little bit disappointed, honestly. We don't see the Chasm in as well, because then we get the Wrecking Ball off. But there's still opportunity for that.
I think like if we get to the final map in the series, I think we could see Wrecking Ball versus Wrecking Ball, and then Junkrat versus Junkrat. That would be the map of the ages.
Yeah, I'll be down. I want to see. I do want to see a tour player make it all the way as well. A tour player in OWCS main event would make my day. Would make my year. So any tour one tricks out there?
Didn't we see Appeak play Torb?
Yeah, there's been a couple of Torbs here and there, but no, I'm talking about like hard one trick. Like I'm only gonna pick this. You guys know I'm gonna pick this. It'll be quite fun. Here's a couple of little replays here. Mainly from Gurkmeister, I'd imagine. But Ostrich doing as much as they could on the Wrecking Ball. Again, very hard to get the ball working, especially on second. And with a ridiculous time back going into third, I mean, oh yeah, just set themselves up for quite an easy round number 2.
Looking good so far. I feel like when we ended up seeing a bunch of the hero swaps coming out from Oh No, it was definitely like a what do we do, right? The Widowmaker was working until it just wasn't anymore on the offense. So he stopped laughing at me.
So yeah,
I'm just
like you're not wrong.
I think there was a very specific point, like on point 2 for their attack that it did stop working, and then we ended up seeing Colosseo actually switch back over to like the Cassidy, and it just kept throwing heroes at a wall just to see what would stick. And it didn't really feel like they did have a very good plan having to play King's Row with and outside of their comfort zone.
Yeah, I mean, the Widow doesn't work at all on second, unless you find like a big opening pick and then you can kind of hold these back stairs that's like behind us right now. A lot of the time too, I mean, the big key to success for was just nanoing Lysak and then just sending them in. Just run at them with the Nano Diva. The backline is going to not get protected at all because we're running Wrecking Ball. We don't have a Diva of our own, so like Matrix. We don't have even a Sigma, you know, or like a Rissa or like something to stop that damage coming through. Here's some stats as well from that last game. Again, pretty similar. Like, you look at, obviously, you're going to look at a lot of damage from almost 50k. Might as well round that up to 50k flat. Shooting the Wrecking Ball a lot of the time, I'd imagine. Those stats are going to be pretty high with the damage taken. But yeah, just kind of walking away with this map pretty easily. Not really much Wasp could do, but here are the maps that Wasp could go to. Flashpoint Push or Escort. Where do you think you'd want to go to if you were Wasp right now?
I think you go to Escort. I think you go to Escort because you want to make sure that you get Circuit Royale out of the pool as quickly as possible so that doesn't get picked for you. I could totally see them like going to Junkertown once again, maybe even going to Dorado. Maybe they think that they have a little bit of a better shot this time around. So I think I would pick Escort personally. Just make sure that you have like your best shot at picking a Wrecking Ball map. Because New Junk City, Suravasa, they both stand out to me as like pretty equal playing field for if you wanted to bring the Wrecking Ball, and then similarly, you'll make it work, I think, on any of the push maps over there.
Yeah, I think their comp can work on any of the push, yeah. I don't want... Ideally, we don't go to... Well, maybe Dorado would be a good pick. We wouldn't go to Circuit.
Dorado would probably be my
I think, honestly,
there.
Any of these maps, apart from, like, Circuit Royale, would be pretty decent. Maybe Shambali Monastery, kind of... You want to rush on that point, but we'll have to wait and see. Oh, we are going to Circuit.
Huh.
Well, I said everything but Circuit, maybe, but we're going to Circuit. All right.
Okay.
You can do the ball tech where you go over the high ground. If you come out of spawn and then look right, you know, the famous the famous Albert rulebook throwing incident with the May wall and the Sim TP. That little high ground there. Yeah.
Oh,
you
man.
Jump over there as Wrecking Ball, Echo,
You
Genji,
could.
Junkrat, you can get over that high ground, so might be the avenue of attack here. Ostrich.
It's like they do have a May. They have a May player on the roster.
Exactly, right?
You know what? This actually does kind of make a lot of sense. Like, even if you, like, Wrecking Ball stuff aside, Colosseo on the Widowmaker was pretty great on King's Row, especially on the defense. Remember how much time actually had in order to make it through that third point? It was like 5 minutes and 40 seconds or something crazy. And they whittled that time bank down to, like, what, 2 minutes? I feel like a lot of that was based on Coloseo's ability on the Widowmaker, just being able to get those like quick picks. And there's a lot better sightlines for this Widowmaker here, where you can see the Junkrat, you know where it's going to be. It's a little bit more out in the open, so maybe you can click ahead on that, maybe you get the Ana down, just any of those like smaller heroes, right? So I think this works for them. I really think it can work. While it does maybe limit the options for some of the rest of the team, like maybe the Wrecking Ball is not as great. Widowmaker's great. Colosseo has been, well, cracked.
Kind of cracked, yeah. Good
Kinda
skin
cracked
game
it.
as well. Overwatch
True.
2 Widow default, but it is the Guangzhou Charge away skin with the gold gun.
The best
Big
colors.
fan of that one. I sometimes want to say, if you've been playing the game for a long time, I'm sure a lot of the audience can relate, but you know, you kind of talk about things in game, you just say a lot of words, and then anybody who's never played the game before is like, what did you just say? Like, I just said like 15 words, and none of them made any sense individually. That's why I feel like talking about skins sometimes. Well, Wasp's Wrecking Ball is going to have an even harder of a time here against the Sigma. But they are still running the May here, so the big idea would be just isolating. Oh my! What was that nade from KDM? Okay. Okay. I didn't respect your game. I was not familiar with your game, KDM. That nade into the slam of the Wrecking Ball. Little El Clasico. Me just waffling as they make the biggest play in Wrecking Ball Honor history there. My God.
That is insane. It was never about the Widowmaker at all. It was all about the Ana. Ana is a sniper, I guess, in her own right. She can't headshot, but
she's a sniper. She shoots with her rifle.
Damn, she is so good. Like the utility, the nades, everything. Yeah, I credit his due.
No touch either. Yeah, look at that wall from Hev just walling off that high ground. Making sure Isaac can't jump on it. Close to that Flux too already. But what an unbelievable nade. They just got to keep doing that. Do that 5 or 6 more times and you're golden. Speaking of which, yeah, another massive nade. Hit Gerg. Hit Seth as well in the skies.
Wait, Isaac couldn't even use the gravitic flux there. Oh. I think he got killed before anybody actually got slammed down.
Yep. I think they just slowed him down, just especially if the Sigma's using Flux that close to the ground too. Hev just holds that thing, so the Sigma can't be tricky and then go up in the skies. Really good cancellation there at the ultimate as Isaac does end up switching over, was Queen there for a split second to use the shout, and then back to the Diva. Do they know?
Ostrix doing his best Christmas ornament impression.
Do they know? They know now.
Certainly know now.
Craxu, the carry for this team right now, especially on this Widowmaker, on this point. Tyre. Gonna stall out for the May block. Oh, they're gonna stall out for the May block. Oh no, LP ends up getting the kill. And a Nano on the Widowmaker. Sure, why not at this point? Straight over the top. Lands a body shot. Unfortunately, so close to the head, but a little dodge there from Ken. Gets out of the way of Craxu. They're on a tear right now, although with these sights, Ken's going to have a good angle of attack, but against the wall plus the mines, Ken's got absolutely nothing in this fight with these sights right now. Eventually, he ends up killing Craxu, but this Blizzard is going to help secure the point for Wasp. Who'd have thought? Wrecking Ball Ana May on Circuit Royale? Still under.
Never in my wildest dreams.
And 45 seconds, right?
It's the two of those things together that blows my mind. You go Widow, May, Wrecking Ball on a Lucio. 4 minutes and 45 seconds for third point, and that is crazy. That is so much time. They don't really have any ultimates. They do have the LP sound barrier, but outside of that, I don't even think they need ults. I think just like the raw firepower of the team has been plenty. Well, they're still killing people.
Crouch is hard carrying on the Widowmaker right now. Fortunately, though, even those Wrecking Ball over shields there, you still succumb to Ken's Tracer. Quickly dealt with, though, by Craxu once more. And now this is, I wouldn't say this is one of the better points for the Wrecking Ball, but you can be rather frustrating to play against, especially with these high grounds.
They just knock people out of there. If you play by poolside or the windows, then...
Oh, what a nade from KDM.
Set them up.
Stuff.
KDM to knock them down.
No one can hide from my sight.
Alright, size advantage. Ken's got a pulse bomb coming up. You've really got to just target the Widowmaker here, it feels like. Craxu is doing so much for the team. Isaac antied, has to regain some health before they can end up peeking, but they are perma-stalling right now. Using that Matrix to kind of dip in and out of that doorway, but I think the payload has passed it to the point where you can't do that any longer. Ken getting antied, hits the recall, can still be in this fight though. Pulse bomb lands at the feet, and now Ken's in trouble, yeah. A little bit too aggressive there, and they nano the Widow again, sure. I mean, honestly, at this point, why not? Tyre ends up getting used there, sound barrier comes out from LP. They survive that onslaught of damage from the Gurk. And now, just forced into the spawn. Of course, normally see a little bit of a Sigma action here, but Isaac now obviously on the Diva, just trying to stall out for as long as possible. They are using that rush, but another good day from KDM, just assists in demeching the Diva. And now the spawn has been walled off as well. 0.37 meters to go. And that'll be it. Wasp, oh no. With 2.5 minutes in the time and complete Circuit Royale. Off the back of that Widowmaker. A lot of those nades too. KDM putting up large numbers, especially on that first attack with the nade slam.
This completion felt like an inevitability. Like, all those things that you said, on top of the fact that we just saw some great slams coming through from Ostrix. And AOP too. Like, the sound barriers were really nice. Just, even if I just felt like you didn't need them because the damage was coming through so thick and fast. It was nice to just know, like, hey, we got our insurance policy. Like, it's all good. Everybody had their hand in the mix though, and with actually picking up those kills. Have two on the May. Fantastic, loved it. No notes.
It worked really well, to be fair. Yeah, worked super good.
He's not playing Tracer. He's probably very happy.
Yeah, they were like hard focusing the tank, which in that comp, honestly, you kind of got to do.
Yeah.
Took down Isaac when he was using that flux. Isaac's slow, so you can get up to the sky. Pretty easy to kind of focus down after that. And then Isaac's like, well, I have to switch. Like, I have to go Diva or something, stopping this Wrecking Ball getting away with murder. Even the May right clicks too. The ball really wants to kind of follow up on damage or set up for a kill, and then everybody else follows up with damage. And May and Widowmaker are two very good characters to do that with. If you land a body shot with the May, body shot with or a headshot with the May, or a body shot with the Widow, like, you can follow that up super fast with the ball and guarantee yourselves kills. And this is, taking more of a conventional approach here, apart from Gurkmeister on the junk, of course. But it's quite greedy, especially against what we've seen Ostrix doing in the last couple of maps on the Wrecking Ball.
Well, Ostrix almost got deleted. I saw that health bar dissipate super fast. You get accretioned, and then you just have the rest of the deep focus fire. You're kind of delivering back the same medicine that Oh No was dealing to you. 6PL is probably so angry just after all of that focus fire. And in some cases too, I feel like you can't ignore the Wrecking Ball, but I think you can leave it alone, and in some cases just kind of leave it for the last little bit. If you see that Orb of Discord on it though, yeah, take it out.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the biggest hindrance there, apart from the rocks. Wild Gurk just lands a left click on the main from a little mile away. I mean, that's the Discord on the ball, hit the Storm Arrows, you're pretty dead. Even just hitting some of the left clicks from the Junkrat too, to be fair. Nice strike. Can they get a kill on the Widow? Not quite. Crapsuit is out of there, use the grapple to get away.
Yeah, like, Ostrix can get trapped or get rocked. Either of those things are going to slow down the movement considerably, and then you have all the focus fire in the world with all of that increased damage. There is going to be a nano onto Ostrix. It feels like it was a little too late, though, given that checkpoint was already given over.
Good.
Ooh, big lamp, though, to save the Zenyatta.
Really nice lamp there, yeah. And now Gurkmeister on the flank, high in the sky. A little bomber from the skies, and the KDM is dead. Ostrix eventually takes down the Zenyatta. I think it's pretty greedy, but it's working out for them. LP gets rocked too, and now they just have to deal with this Wrecking Ball. He's just going to stall for eternity, or at least try to. 4.5 minutes and 5 ultimates as well. We'll see if Ostrix can get much with the mines, because as soon as those mines hit, you just use Trance. I mean, what else are you using the Transcendence against? I guess the beat to kind of match it, or you Trance the Blizzard.
Blizzard, I was gonna think.
With the amount of damage that can come through, it's probably not advised.
I think it's enough to outpace it. Yeah, I think you just use it, right? I think, like, especially to shore up the second point, not a bad time to just throw the Transcendence in there and use it.
Well, there's the Flux, sound barrier. Okay, good trade. Sight's been used as well, of course, and here comes the Blizzard. It's ticking down it's ticking down the Sigma, but very quickly becomes unfrozen. Of course, that tank passive coming into its full effect there. As Hev does end up blocking the rock with the block. He might end up winning this 1v1. Oh, not quite. Wow. Isaac still comes out on top of that 1v1 somehow. The rest of the team are more than happy just sitting on this high ground. And now Hev switching to Tracer to try and get this final touch. As he cracks his 1 HP.
Could you imagine if the melee damage scaled with how big your character is? So, like, Tracer, like
one-shot Tracer.
Mauga, Doomfist, probably. Yeah. Like, the most very melee OP, damage, and then Ana and Zenyatta, like little slaps. That's it.
Good shot by Ken. Yeah, I think that'd be quite OP, personally.
That'd be really funny. That's a free April Fool's idea.
I was going to say, luckily, that hero designer role at Blizzard got closed, thankfully, Rose.
Oh, man. That was my application.
Yeah, that was, yeah. Your application was give bigger heroes more melee damage, and they declined.
That's okay. Honestly, it makes sense. It's a really bad idea. They shouldn't actually take it. But speaking of Zenyatta's, Ilby has switched to Zenyatta also, so switching off of the Lucio. Gonna match that a little bit better for what Saipe has. Also, again, Orbit Transcendence doesn't have her Ostrix. Definitely helps out with some of those flanks.
Oh, the Gurk! Oh, doesn't end up getting ignited either. KDM needs some serious heals. Alright, Ken finally put in their place as Ostrix boosts him out from the high ground. Here comes the nano boost. They're just going to disengage completely, hoping that Slam doesn't find anything. No, you see that instantly put the Discord on him. And now they have to just turn, tail and run.
Where did those dragons go?
They went on the point. Slam, mines,
now there's
window
mines
used, Ostrix. Yeah, he's going to be able to stall, just jumping over the orbs. The orbs are kind of dominating Ostrix as they were wired under the payload. They did end up forcing trance. Oh, good eat, 180'd.
Heaven's down too, so that's just going to be another player out of the picture, and I think we're going to see completion pretty shortly here.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Only 3 minutes to go. It's all falling apart for Wasp, unfortunately. Hev has switched over to the Sombra. Maybe getting a manual hack here onto Isaac, forcing the Transcendence there. Oh my word, still. Doing so much damage on the high ground. No shot, he kills the Kiriko with the Baby Diva. Got the Orb of Harmony too, so Isaac's staying alive a lot longer than he should have done. It takes out LP on the Zen.
I actually thought that maybe Isaac was going to get back in mech there. Unfortunately didn't, so the push is stopped for now, but not before Hev pulls right into a trap and gets killed by Gurkmeister again. I swear! Gurkmeister is like out for like vengeance today or something. Poor Hev has been on the receiving end of a trap at a couple of mines every single map of this game
Just
so
talk
far.
Smack about him in solo queue, that's probably what it was. Alright, self-destruct on the point. Gurkmeister comes up with, yet another kill. It's all good though. Hev is back. Oh boy, down. Still finding something in this fight. Ostrix is going to be able to swing around here, but against the Junkrat and the Discord Orb, little to no chance, unfortunately. Kraxu on the Tracer, dies to the trap. Double trap kill. That's a rare one. Gurkmeister taking down Ostrix and Kraxu with a trap. My word. 1 minute and 45. A little bit slower there than Wasp. A little rematch here between and Wasp. Oh no. 3-3. There you go. 1 minute 45 versus 2:29 on the clock. On the attack once again.
The scoreline is already better for Oh No in this match, though, because the last time that they faced each other, it was a 3-0 for so the fact that Wasp Oh No has already gotten a point on the board for a map is really, really big, especially because it was Nepal of all maps. And now that when you take a look kind of at the rest of the map pool, and the fact that we're going into extra rounds here with Wasp having a time pick advantage, I think they should be feeling pretty good about this.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see any big swaps.
Hev is on Echo, actually. That's a big one. That's new. I like it, actually. I really like it. If you're expecting to come back out on the Sigma, then you have an actionable way to get behind the shield and maybe even just, again, focus fire down the tank. That was something that I felt like Wasp was struggling to do on the actual defense. On the attack, as you pointed out, like, all eyes were on Isaac. It was, you had to, like, make sure that this tank was out of the picture, and the Echo is definitely one way to do that, a little bit faster with the focus beam.
Yeah, let's have a little look then. See if Ken's going to swap up here. Of course, we mentioned yesterday, Hunter actually pretty decent against the Echo now. You can one-shot the Echo after that 25 HP nerf, so you're feeling pretty confident against it, if you are Ken. Actually landing the shots on the Echo sometimes quite difficult, and dodging the Widowmaker too, but it's all good. The Gurk's here to follow up on that trade.
So smooth sailing so far here for Because it's not too bad to like lose a player right now. You have the respawn advantage, but you got to deal with. Actually, the backline is so low.
These mines. These mines. Well, Ev and Colosseo once again. The DPS for Wasp, oh no. Kind of making sure it's tough for Arya to peek around these corners.
Target located.
Isaac's gonna switch. The Sigma not working. Maybe a little too frustrated with something
This feels
like
better.
the Echo. It does feel better because Isaac now actually has a way to contest the Echo up there. And similarly with the Wrecking Ball as well, you can just chase it down with the boosters.
Pretty early lap,
that.
actually. Coming through from Arya. Looked like Cool Boy was kind of chilling, but they still managed to kill Ostrix. Oh, the ricochet shots. Oh, ricochet shot actually headshot there. See if I don't think there's going to be any follow-up, no, but they are going to cap point, more importantly. 10 seconds to go, however. Oh, yeah. Transcendence and Window approaching. Ideally, Kirkmeister gets a tire and they can get up to this point with a little bit more ease, because you best believe Ostrix is going to be perma-slamming the backline now as Isaac has to hold this corner quite aggressively. A Transcendence on the point from LP. Ostrix going pretty low. Has to find the ball. No! Ostrix is on the point alone with the Transcendence. Oh, dearie me. And yeah, Cool Boy used the window and Kirkmeister with an aerial shot on Hev. Oh, it's all falling apart for Wasp. Oh, no.
Oh boy. Yeah, like you have to send the Transcendence in there because Ostrix can perma-stall the point, but then the Zenyatta is vulnerable once you get out of the Transcendence. No one is there to actually back up the Zenyatta, and so this could just be a point capture here and starting to quickly move into third. You still have the Transcendence from Saipe, which is one of the reasons why I think this, and then also the tire. You can't just transcend through that, and yeah, there's so many places to hide for this. You have to contest point.
Taking the gazebo route. It's half HP right now. Oh, ends up getting the cloned Diva mech. It's going to be really quick. Have only needs a couple of shots here with a pistol to get a remech. There it is. Nano boost deployed onto Ostrix. Good lamp though. Good reaction times there from Coolboy keeping the Hanzo alive. Mines deployed on the point, but it should be an easy cleanup here for Saipe. Look at him boop, bouncing around with the Transcendence, and that should be the point 2. 0.49 meters, and the Wrecking Ball focused out with the Discord Orb applied. And oh yeah, with 5 points on Circuit Royale. Saipe with a nice kick onto Hev as he tried to assassinate him.
Oh, and it just keeps going from here. Already eliminating the sight lanes that Colosseo has as Isaac gets his micro missiles from so far away, it felt like. And Hev is immediately going to switch back over to the Tracer. You've got to get some fast heroes on the board right now because everything is starting to fall apart so quickly. We're already rounding the final corner here for this payload, and you still have this Diva from Isaac that can just hold that window with the mech.
Yeah, no real else to speak of as well from Wasp.
No, like maybe the LP Transcendence, but
you are chill. You're waiting for like a one-shot hit from Colosseo. Trace it in. All good though, and there is the remake. At least they forced the Diva to use that, and they almost managed to finish off Isaac 2 in Pilot Diva form. They must have been like sub 20 HP, but there's the kill. KDM down to Saipe. And a window is going to be hard now for Wasp to deal with. Not sure Ostrix is going to stay around for much longer, although taking an alternate route is going to be the name of the game. Kirkmeister perma spamming this backline as well. Getting a little bit more defensive than you'd normally see. And here come the kills, but look at that payload though. Such an awkward position for this fight to end. 5 points on the board for Arya as Wasp eventually managed to wipe them from the points. But a tough one to actually get done. 2.5 minutes. This is going to be a little bit of a miracle, I think, unless, I mean, Colosseo just finds an extra 5 kills with the Widowmaker.
Yeah, the part where the payload is stuck is so difficult because this is where the Junkrat can really thrive. You can sit around one of those corners, lying and waiting for whoever is actually going to start walking through that choke point when you actually get to that final like little golden box, if we even get there. So yeah, it definitely feels like an uphill battle. Even though Waspo No is coming into this one with that increased time bank, it's still only 45 seconds. Gonna get some ultimates online though, but when you look at the actual point presence that you can have, you can't really just leave the Wrecking Ball to sit on point. Because it needs the health packs, it needs the mobility to really find that value. So I think it's going to be a little bit tough. Maybe it's going to be Hev's job as like kind of like the pseudo DPS tank, I guess, for the team. But are coming out of this one with the Ramatra, the Junkrat, the Mei. They want to finish this one fast, Jaws. They're really looking for a lot of team fights here.
Yeah, exactly. They're just going to want to fight on spawn doors. Honestly, mad respect as well. Chengdu Hunter's skin for Gurk. Oh, they know, yeah. Yep, there you go. They see the Ramatra staff just peeking around the corner. How do
they're not going to change.
Tackle this one? Yeah, I mean, I'd be surprised if they didn't. The wall is still pretty good here. You can wall people off in that room, like if someone does end up peeking their head a little bit too far out. But just getting this payload past this initial choke is going to be very tough. Crackster even taking a random icicle there. Nice nade.
Oh, I mean, you just have the Junkrat that can continuously spam in the doors, and how do you actually bully them out of there, right? The Immortality Field is down, so Saipe doesn't have that in the kit anymore to throw out in
nice
case of
wall,
emergency. Yeah, that's one way to do it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Was the kind of the game plan there. Just wall off Isaac as they want to touch. Isaac pushes out, they wall, and they just focus them down. But still, a lot of time kind of burn. 1 minute and 25, and they're going to get an easy recontest. Close to the Blizzard, too. Ken did a lot of damage in the last fight.
Yeah, Ken did a ton. Aya's actually going to switch things up, too, though, so they can get back to point a little bit faster with Isaac switching back over to the D.Va.
Oh,
that was
what?
Okay,
come on.
I would back up now, I think, if I were no.
That is like,
it's
I
so
can't.
funny.
Just I can envision the eye roll coming through, getting killed by that. I can envision it. Like,
oh my god. Again, it's the doctorate of the House of Junkrat. Like, I don't know. It's so
disgusting
funny.
stuff. Always.
So
Whenever you
funny.
see junk players, just the wacky and wildest angles and the random kills, just galore. Create highlight reels
so
in
good.
themselves. A lot of ultimates though from Wasp. Got the sights to start them off with. So
Not really that impactful on this part, though.
what was that? Crazy walking up to Ken pretty much. They do end up getting the kill too. I mean, Wasp are in good stead. They force Isaac out of mech. That kill on the Mei who just lobbed in the Blizzard into the front line. They should be able to get this first point pretty easily now.
Yeah. This is where the going starts to get tough, though, because it is overtime. They get a good amount of cleanup, though, so it's going to have to be a full reset here for Aya as they come back out of spawn. But I look at this and I go, okay, well, so who sits on cart, right? Because now you can't get off of it because the overtime is activated. It can't always be Ostrix because Ostrix needs to go and actually, like, do things. It's got the mines activated that you can go lay down maybe even in the back line.
Wow.
And, like, yeah, that, like... Now who do you sit there? I was gonna say maybe Widowmaker.
I think Cracksu was Sonicked as well, so easily seen. Gurkmeister's tires doing a lot. Oh, the Ajax! Oh, ILP saw the tire come and hit Q anyway, and that's gonna be that. Oh yeah, with the W. What a better way to find a dub there. Hitting the Ajax. Gurkmeister putting up highlight reels once again. ILP, head in hand. Not sure how it happened. We do, because we've got first-person POV of it. Beautiful stuff, captured in 4K quality. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, with match point after a beautiful circuit.
Yes, well, it was a beautiful circuit. It was starting to look a little grim for them, and then we ended up seeing how they progressed through that third point, and everything felt like super smooth. Unfortunately, the Circuit Royale pick from Oh No, and not quite working out for them.
It looked kind
And now where do they go?
It looked good on their offense, but yeah, unfortunate there. I mean, look, you end up going around to random Junkrat spam, and then you end up going down to Gurkmeister's tire. What more can be said? Got to be scared of the Gurk.
If it ain't one, then it is the other.
Exactly. Oh yeah, one map away, from taking the series and find themselves in second place in this group, making it to the main event in the EMEA region, joining Ent out of Group B. Going on to our potential final map, Push and Flashpoint remain as we jump into some highlights from that last map.
Oh, the slam, the purple. Oh, so good. So I like just getting a chance to see that replay again where KDM got just like the absolute fattest anti-nade and then followed up with a couple of shots to just like add a couple to the highlight reel. I gotta shout out KDM for a second because even though these maps haven't gone the way of Oh No, I felt like KDM on the Ana gave them so much firepower. So good. So
yeah, it's hard to be the highlight sometimes on the when you're losing, but KDM, yeah, it came up big with the nanos and the nades more often than not.
Yeah,
that was a really nice kill, really nice 180. Yeah, a whole lot of silliness in this map, but I wouldn't have Overwatch any other way. I'm sure the audience wouldn't either.
I love EMEA for this. I love EMEA for this. Yeah, I just I feel like whenever we've looked at the tier 2 regions in like contenders era, I feel like this is where we ended up seeing so many unique looks and why we get a chance to see Reinhardt play, for example, because everybody gets so good and has such high mastery of one, maybe two heroes, but they still get a chance to showcase that. And we're still getting a chance to see high-level Overwatch at this level for the Overwatch Champion Series with Junkrat OTPs, Wrecking Ball like OTPs. It's great.
That was the hardest hard to go.
Shout out to Ostrix.
Just WM1 at the May, like who's not even a meter away from you. Yeah, good stuff from so far. Yeah, we'll see a little bit of Reinhardt a bit later. Of course, the SRP check versus Super Shy will be our third match of today in EMEA. But now it is Wasp's choice. Going to Circuit Royale was not, unfortunately, successful for them, although it did look good on their first attack. But now we go to either a flashpoint or a push game type. We'll have to wait and see before we find that out. We can just toss the break and yeah, we'll go from there. We'll give their players a little couple of minutes and to recover from that Ajax, and we'll take a couple of minutes as well. Don't go anywhere. Map number 4 coming up soon. Suravasa is the map. We're about to get into our 4th map of this series between and Oh No, or Wasp Oh No, whichever you want to take that one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Suravasa was the pick of Wasp here after they lost Circuit in quite an unbelievable fashion, honestly. A Gurkmeister tire hitting ILP a little bit late.
Is that unbelievable or is that believable? Like
it's planned.
I think that was calculated.
Calculated. Fully calculated. Yeah, understood.
Totally. Scripted.
Never underestimate Junkrat tire. Does more damage than you think from what like insane ranges, and yeah, it lasts for about 2 years before it detonates. We'll see if Wasp will know. Serves a little bit better. And I am forever. See
Hey, I did find some prettier pigeons for you. You have to admit they're out there.
Yeah.
They're out there. Just maybe not in these games. We'll get the devs to reskin it for you. Maybe that'll make it better.
Just give me the little Lego brick bastion pigeon, Ganymede. Just give me those everywhere.
Oh, that'd be cute, actually. Yeah, hype. I like it.
Birds are not real. So true. Wasp, no. Running out with Ostrix, of course, on the ball. But I really like this May pick, actually. We seem to have rocking the May for quite some time now in this series, and
it's been good.
I think against the D.Va especially could be quite tough. If you don't have those thrusters, you're so easy to kind of focus down.
Yep, get the slow and then easier pickings for the rest of the team. Krax is on the Tracer though, so I've absolutely decided to just kind of give it up for the time being, as it is going to be Oh No that ends up getting the flashpoint first.
Nice headshot though from Ken. Hard to dislodge this high ground control too. With the amount of damage, it's going to be up to Ostrix to stop Ken getting away with just devastating things in the backline or in your backline, I should say. KDM hitting the Suzu to get out of there, but it will be a very quick flip coming through from Wasp only getting a 32%.
Alright, 32% is not bad, especially when you're kind of running the Wrecking Ball composition. You do want to try to get control of these points first, and then it's so much easier to stall out for time and actually extend a lot of these fights because of the stall presence that you have. But now that are in control, we've already got mech for Isaac, actually. That's crazy, actually. Unless he's de-mech'd right now? No, he's just gonna have the bomb activated.
Yeah, it did a lot of damage in that last fight. I mean, a lot of the cleanups too.
Surprised.
With the spam damage from Gurk and Ken.
true.
Oh, they found the trap. Hev has been... the keen senses there have been trained over the last couple of maps. As Hev has been foiled by the trapper quite a number of times, mostly on the Tracer. Wow, don't normally see a May up there. Nice little boop helping May get to the high ground, but unfortunately, Isaac once again receiving that nano boost. A big key to their success over the last couple of maps. If it's not been Colosseo just taking names and numbers with the headshots on the other side of things, it's been Isaac on the Diva receiving the nano. Colosseo still putting in big numbers though, killing Gurk. OT for as they are now jumping back onto the point. Isaac just being so aggressive on the Diva is unable to help the rest of his squad with that Matrix, and they actually forego this capture point as Wasp end up capping.
Well, it's going to be the Bob from that's going to try to bully everybody off and at least forces out the May wall here, but Ostrix, Ilpi, they both fall off of the point. Oh my god.
Cool Boy was standing still as well. Well, Coloseo's found a double kill with the pulse bomb. Can do it with the Widow, can do it with the Tracer too. You can see why Team Schmungus picked up Colosseo last stage. But Cyper, all good. Window on the high ground, selfishly using that one. And with a 1 HP on the ball, can they survive? Yes, of course they can, as Ostrix runs away to that mega health pack, and it's actually Wasp looking like they're going to take this first point, unless can get back in time. Although there's wave respawns on Isaac and Cyper, it's going to be pretty tough, like you said, and it looks like, yep, they're not getting it. Not against the May, no way.
If it wasn't going to be like the ball knocking them back, then it was definitely going to be a May wall that was going to block their entry point. So May as well get the jump on it. Oh no, is actually going to make it to the point first, though, as we take a look at Temple as our next one. Ruins, whatever. I'm thinking of like Legends.
There's a lot of point names for everything.
No, you were like hidden Legends of the Hidden Temple. That's what I was thinking of actually. This is that gives me the vibes. Great game show, by the way. Anyway, no ults on the board here for as we look at this one. KDM is off the board.
KDM fell off the map.
Yeah.
I think.
So, you don't need ults, just...
dearie me. I saw KDM use the Suzu there after they got anti, but I'm pretty sure KDM just walked off the map, just held less. Was like, my bad, guys. You got wall climb too, what happened? Maybe a bit weird, tricky geometry, not sure.
I don't know. Well, no,
Rest in peace.
I feel like the death floor on this map is really high. Like you are off the map.
Let's not give me excuses, Rose.
Okay,
come on now.
All right.
There's the slam on the high ground. Easy kill onto Cyper. They follow up with a kill onto Ken. Not sure. Oh, these double boops from Ostrix. You know you're against a good ball player when they can those double boops really consistently. Nano boost onto the Ash, though, is going to be a formidable foe. Nice headshot onto Ilp, and Ostrix getting stuck in Gurk's trap. That's a team wipe.
Well, Wasp are in a bit of a pickle, aren't they? How do they get back into this one?
They're in a little bit of a gherkin.
They're in a little bit of a Gurk pickle. Hey, you picked up what I was putting down. I'm so proud of you.
Gurkmeister.
The Gurk.
Oh, they got Blizzard at least. Who they locked down here? Look how far. Oh yeah, are playing away. Like they know.
Tires first.
The infinite stall tire. Here we go. Waiting for the call. Hasn't taken any damage just yet. A lot of damage on Ostrix to get the kill. And they do. Nice damage onto the Wrecking Ball, and now the ball out of the picture, meaning Hev is going to be after one to touch. They do manage to get the D-Back on Isaac, but I think it's going to be point over to as both supports are now down for Wasp. Yeah, they didn't even get a chance to use the Blizzard, unfortunately.
No Blizzard, no problem actually, because now they can maybe use it for this next point instead. As we take a look at where the next flashpoint's going to go, I do wonder if it's going to be kind of one of the smaller points, or if we are going over to Palace and like that doesn't really work out for you, but kind of looks like we're heading over to Gardens. So, that's going to be a little bit harder, I think, to use the Blizzard, but not impossible.
Yeah, it's not impossible. The point's still pretty enclosed, although because his comp is just sitting all the way at the back, you're gonna have to just speed boost
run at them.
Yeah, exactly. Speed boost in with the May might be the name of the game here.
Okay, I dig it.
Permanent looking at Ostrix. That window is going to be quite frustrating to deal with. It does end up going away. As use that sound barrier to try and cap this point. No kills initially as Ilp just ends up falling over to Isaac. That sound barrier, you ideally obviously want to use that to push into the backline, but they were unable to get past all that damage. The overhealth just disappeared. just didn't have any effect really for Wasp.
Yeah, the Amp Matrix was just like so good there on that corner, and that completely denied that entry route that you were talking about, where you can't push in with the Sound Barrier, you can't push in to get the Blizzard back there either. And so now Wasp, they gotta go back to the drawing board for this one. And now, oh yeah, have even more ultimates to use here when you look at the Nano onto Isaac again.
Well, there's the dive once again, using that rush. Spinning around, isolating Cool Boy. Slam comes in. Nade to save them for half a second or so. KDM's there with the follow-up. And there is the flip that you wanted. Mines available too. Mines and Pulse Bomb. Oh yeah, it's backlining. You have to be really careful pushing up into this one. Because getting a Slam and Mines in that small enclosed space, like, good luck. Some of those mines are going to stick to the wall. So when you get slammed up, those mines are just going to hit you before you even get, even touch the ground again.
Don't have a Zenyatta with Transcendence to play pinball in, so you do have to just kind of take those on the chin. Kirkmeister's another tire. Let's see what it's got. Show us what you got.
Straight over the top. Oh, the movement from the tire here. Oh, straight for the Lucio. No! Oh, KDM using the Suzu too early. Oh, rest in peace. Yeah, really tough to judge when the Wrecking Ball is going to get that one off, sadly, and there goes the backline. Isaac following up. That'll be the flip from Arya. Unless no want to just kind of stay in this one, but no, they've got time. They've only got 55%, so you're thinking they can come back. Not a problem. Still got the mines.
Definitely, yeah.
And the pulse bomb, of course.
Yeah, the pulse bomb's good. I think LP too. Like, if you work maybe with your Wrecking Ball to get some of the healing out, maybe you get the Sound Barrier up too.
Nice kill into side there. That lamp got instantly deleted. As soon as it was deployed, the mines just finished it off really quick. That's a quick team fight there from Wasp. They lose LP. Shouldn't matter. There's the flip. That might just be point as well. Look at Cool Boy is having just such a tough time. You will as the honor, of course. You've only got one day, one sleep dart, right? But having a really rough go at it, especially with Saipe dead. You are just a sitting duck for this ball. And there's the point. Wasp will know on Flashpoint point as well.
Point, yeah. We still haven't come up with a good name for that, have we?
Yeah, I mean, they're a map point, I suppose. I think that would probably be a...
Yeah, okay.
Because it's not match
like
point. It will be map point, I suppose.
Map point?
Makes the most sense to me.
Too many...
Oh, yeah, I've got a lot of ults here. They've got the Bob, at least. The Bob can be quite a nuisance for the Wrecking Ball.
The Bob is good, but you do have LP Sound Barrier coming up soon. And the fact that Wasp have made it to the point first, they can actually play with this Mei from the defensive position, so they've wall somebody off. Bob first.
Mei is super good here. Yeah, Bob then beats, like you were saying. Neil Naden to front line, though. Crash's pulse bomb, I think, potentially got cancelled. I saw the little icon light up, and here's go. Meister with the nano. Any kills? Throwing those bombs into the back line.
Yeah.
KDM just explodes into a million pieces. They find a complete team kill, only losing Isaac too.
I feel like the Kitsune rush for the Junkrat sometimes is like one of those like airplane tarmac light strips, where it's like, please shoot here.
It really is, yeah. I mean, you just kind of spam in their general direction. Same a window in a way. Obviously, you don't want to pick the window, but you just fire it.
Yeah, but it's like
through
you
the
see the window,
and
you're like, oh, okay, you know, side eye it a little bit, throw the things in there. Yeah, absolutely.
I know where to shoot.
Yes.
Well, mine's on the high ground just to kind of dissuade Saipe staying up there. Lamb comes in clutch, but once again kind of taken out quite easily. Of course, Cool Boy's not really got an angle to heal the bat on the high ground. They can use this tire too. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Good sleep. That's how you do with a Wrecking Ball. Sleep into the tire, into the nade. Easy as you like. 70% for yeah, but the flip still goes through to Wasp. They're still skirmishing on this point. It's where they can actually secure kills.
Yeah, like that was a ton of ultimates to come through. Very messy. Hive does have the Blizzard though, so you could use that. Just try to time it versus the defense matrix here from the Diva. And Ozhik's got to pick two. Maybe you don't even need the Blizzard, but you do have it. Just like keep control of the point.
Oh, Blizzard's going to get deployed on the point. I'm sure it's going to... Oh, he caught two people. Where's the follow-up? You got to follow up? There it is. All right, KDM with a couple of headshots from downtown. Make that a third, actually. As that Cool Boy ends up succumbing to the Kiriko. Good Blizzard. I'm surprised. It looked like that potentially wouldn't have caught them, or at least they might have been able to get out, but unfortunately for them, they didn't end up going down. They are going to get a touch, however.
They are, with a nano as well. So Nano went to Isaac, and Isaac after the squishies, and maybe we actually do get a chance to see a 2-2 here.
They get nano goat monster again.
Oh my god.
You won't.
So funny. Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Oh, Cyber's already dead. No, nano on the
Yeah.
diva. Yeah, you have to. Get the additional health, the additional sustainability, although unfortunately, you are still looking at Hev, who's just left-clicking you to death pretty much. There goes Isaac. I mean, Wasp will know. We've got Sound Barrier too. They're going to come back. They're going to find the map as well. Oh, yeah. I take into a map number 5. Completely opposite of what happened in their first series. It was a 3-0. Pretty close. I mean, like we mentioned before, Blizzard was the 5-4 affair, but going to a map number 5. The Wrecking Ball versus the Junkrat. Hey, we're going all the way here at EMEA. We had 2 map 5s yesterday as well, kind of carrying on that streak.
I am here for it. I'm so here for it. And we got Reinhardt gameplay later.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Wow, we go into about 5. Interesting, Jaws. I want to know your thoughts about where you think we're going from here, because it is going to be OWCS choice, and it's push.
Honestly, anywhere at this point, I don't know. Probably not New Queen Street. Runasapi, if I had to make a guess.
I'm okay with more Runasapi, even if just because it's a gorgeous map.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you can play a lot more things on Runasapi compared to New Queen Street and Colosseo, so yeah, Runasapi is probably my guess.
All right, I'm strapping in for Runasapi.
Yeah, there you go. Lock it in. Lock it in, guys. Here's some highlights for you from that last one. Yeah, very chaotic energy from from this game so far. Really living up to kind of EU as a region, EMEA.
Love it. I feel like we're looking at one player's perspective, and then there's a bunch of other little 1v1 and 2v2s happening.
7 fights happening at once.
Yeah. And then it's like, wow, how did Craxy get a 2k pulse bomb? That's crazy. Or where did those mines go? Well, 2 people are dead now because of that, so the fight's over. Absolutely wild. It's been really, really fun to watch these 2 teams go at it. Makes it a little bit more chaotic to follow, but so many different hero choices already between the 2 teams. We had 2 completely different backline choices from both of them, with the Kiriko Lucio there for Oh No, and then you also had the Ana Baptiste for Oh Yeah. Maybe a little bit more diveable when you just look at how they operate together. I kind of feel like maybe it was a bit exploited by the Wrecking Ball anime.
Now's the time, I think, to bring in Chasm.
I think you're right.
I think it's time. To be
I mean,
honest.
Isaac's been doing a great job, but I think give the people what they want, which is the Wrecking Ball versus Wrecking Ball. More chaos.
Yeah, I mean, the stars don't mean much here. Let's be real. Let's be real. A lot of damage, a lot of healing. It's pretty chaotic with the ball, with the junk. A lot of healing thrown out, a lot of damage, etc. So, yeah, no. Now you take that with a little pinch of salt, because look at the damage for Wasp compared to, oh yeah, he did 45k versus Wasp's 34, and Wasp still ended up coming out with a map, so yeah, there you go. All the way to a map number 5 here after that win on Suravasa, and a little bit KDA as well. Yeah, so yeah, stats don't mean everything. There you go, stats heads out there. I'm sorry, sometimes if it's a little bit too chaotic, then it's hard to tell what's really gone on.
A lot of deaths
more
with very little damage. People exploded.
Exactly. And more I'd say, if you look at, Falcons versus Crazy Raccoon, you could extrapolate maybe a little bit more from the stats, but in this series, not so much, it feels like. All right, Push is our next game mode. Like I mentioned, it's Olye's pick, so where are we going to go? Not entirely sure, but I've got a feeling it's going to be Runasapi. Yeah, good looking map, and also, I think, a lot more opportunities to basically play whatever you want. The other 2 maps are a little bit more enclosed, so we haven't seen New Queen Street in, God, it feels like forever. But I think a lot of players preferring Runasapi, a little bit more open to...
It's fun to play.
Yeah,
it's very fun to play. Yeah.
Although they did fix the Colosseo bridge stall recently. I don't know if anybody saw on the patch notes. You can't stall on the bridge anymore, thankfully. They lowered the hitbox of the bot to the point where you can't perma-stall, which is nice, because that made Colosseo one of the worst maps, was getting it to the bridge, and then the tank just sits on high ground, and you can't do anything. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see if it's... Oh, well, speaking of which, it's not Runasapi. It is going to be Colosseo.
We suck at these predictions today.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. We've gotten every single one wrong. It's fine. That's all good.
I'm not...
Colosseo, not complaining, yeah. It's all good. I like it.
Yeah, against the Wrecking Ball too, I mean, hey. Wrecking Ball's, I will say, maybe you have the advantage playing the D.Va here, but anything could happen in this series. I don't think there's going to be any substitutions, unfortunately, either. So, yeah, not bringing in the Chasm. Well, yeah, as we load it on in.
Chasm later, I hope.
Yeah, I hope so. Map number 5 between Wasp and yeah. Winner here goes through to the main event next week. Loser goes home. Has to fight their way once again through that open bracket in stage number 4.
Still a lot of points on the line, though, to finish out the stage number 3. Definitely make sure you're racking up those points so you can earn your ticket to DreamHack Stockholm. We're definitely going to see everybody still put their best foot forward, because that's coming up pretty quick, actually. I can't believe it. It's only in a couple of months that we're going to be going to DreamHack.
Yeah, it feels... I reckon that time is going to, like, disappear. Like, DreamHack's a little bit farther away, but I think it's going to creep up on us, like most events do, which is nice. I don't mind. I can't wait to go to DreamHack. It's going to be a good time. Get your tickets now. They're on sale. There's my plug for the match.
I love it.
All right.
All right. So we got the D.Va here from Isaac into the Wrecking Ball once again. Hev is going to be sticking on the Mei with Colosseo picking up the Tracer. But I love that Cool Boy and Saipe have actually switched to the Lucio and the Kiriko for this one. I kind of wonder how that last map would have gone if they had a little bit more mobility instead of like the Ana and the Baptiste. So...
Slam. That was a really nice slam. Unfortunate timing there from Saipe using that Suzu super early. And that slam came in just after it expired, and Cool Boy just annihilated by the kunais from KDM.
Still going to be a little bit of progress here from Wasp as Anya gets set back up. Isaac got demeched though, so this is actually going to... If Isaac can't get back in, like, this is going to be a pretty big amount of meterage that Wasp are going to be able to start grabbing. No ultimates online just yet. Saipe actually going to potentially be up to the Kitsune Rush first. And Isaac switching off the D.Va to go over to the Winston. That is very interesting. Maybe thinking that there isn't a whole lot of projectile that like you can actually eat with the D.Va, and the bubbles would be a bit more effective to section off somebody from healing or something.
Nice Suzu there. How long can Saipe stay alive? OHH is doing so much work in the backline, a lot of the time focusing out Cool Boy. Yeah, there you go. Lucio down once again. There's been a Blizzard and a Rush deployed on the point, so OHH cooldowns, they're going to be off pretty quickly, but Gurkmeister, yeah, like you mentioned in the previous map, Rose, you see that Rush popping? Well, I'm just going to fire straight into it, because everybody's trying to make full use of it. So Gurkmeister ends up picking up a couple of kills, and yeah, get the bot moving in their favor now. Winston picked by Isaac, by the way, switching away from the D.Va.
Yeah, and already, like, when that happened, I think, like, only was able to keep about 15% of that ultimate charge. So he's already put in a ton of work in that last fight to have his Primal Rage up pretty quick.
Oh, just following Ostrix with the tire. I mean, that looks ridiculous. Up and over. Everybody look at this. Yeah, nice disengage there from the wrecking, from the tire.
Oh, Colosseo actually picks up Gurkmeister while he was getting ready for that detonation.
These follow-ups too. Cool Boy is not having a good day on the Lucio. The peel is just not there for him at all. My word, Wasp, oh no, just running away with this game. They've got 52 meters, though they haven't got checkpoint just yet. Should be able to make some decent space. Should be able to get it
before there is a recontest from either. See, yeah, look, like Gurkmeister's already set up. Yeah, you still have the Primal Rage from Isaac too. And the sound barrier is going to be really nice as well to make sure that you can actually get the defensive up. But you know, they don't even actually get to the point where they can actually make some more progress before Aya come back with reinforcements. And KDM is dead. I don't know where that happened.
Yeah, Saipe just picks up a kill with the kunais. See, yeah, now they're just taking control of the ball. They're looking at this wall right now. They know there's a ball behind it. There you go. Ostrix end up going down, once again resetting. But I mean, with the Wasp comp, like with most comps on these maps as well, they're very quick to get back to the fight. So I can't imagine yeah going to get too much meterage. They probably won't even get it under this bridge either. So Ostrix is going to be able to roll out. Plus they're closing in on 5 ults. They've got this sound barrier to match Cool Boys.
Yeah, I could see a world where Aya actually uses the sound barrier aggressively, just to actually try to get the lead in meterage. Isaac's gonna use the Primal Rage first, though.
Right, they're closing in, actually. 45 meters to go, slowly but surely. Wasp don't want to engage here without using a couple of ultimates. There you go, beat to beat, and rush for rush. False one from Cragsy, not quite finding too much there, apart from that trap. And these mines deploys, it makes it difficult for to actually use their rush, but even just kind of move it. Now Blizzard has been deployed. Nice Suzu timing there from Cyber. Stops people getting frozen up, and ILP. In fact, all Lucio's having a rough go of it. Right now is pick up a couple, and they should be able to get a lead off of this. Nice couple of left clicks there from Goatmeister, sends to height, and that should be it. Yeah, Craxu going down, almost a team kill as health switches over to the Echo now, as take the lead.
Take the lead, maybe not the checkpoint though? Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Ostrix is still in the Wrecking Ball, so should be able to get back for the actual contest if they want to, but I think they're just gonna give it up. Yeah, Ostrix doesn't actually want to go in and contest.
Can go Mice to defend himself, it looks like it, yeah, all good. Just lobbing grenades into the back line. Truly a master rat. I like the new titles as well, like a legendary rat. I've seen a couple of Junkrat one tricks that have the legendary rat title. Pretty exceptional, honestly. Checkpoint secured by Aryer as well. Extending that lead past the checkpoint is always quite important too. They're going to be able to round this corner as well, unless Wasp actually do something about it. Ken in a small little 1v1 has the recall. Didn't want to be too aggressive and actually utilize it. Just saved it for another day.
This is smart though. You know, Aya actually just backing up so they can regroup and come back in this one. Isaac has the Primal Rage again, so a really good way to kind of engage in this fight after going after something like the backline. Cassidy's also very exposed.
Nice Primal Rage from Isaac. Just buying some space here. You can see that bot slowly moving back. Suzu used. Isaac has to get out of there. Oh, the pulse bomb from Ken. A little bit of AoE damage there as that rush. And those bombs, look how fast Goatmeister is firing. That is ridiculous. Team kill for they're going to extend their lead even further now. Almost up to 100 meters. It rounds that final corner.
Oh my goodness. This is just where the lead starts to become almost a little bit difficult to overcome. Like, these fights are so back and forth that you're only gaining just a little bit of meterage at a time. The recontests are coming in very quickly. Still 3 minutes and 20 seconds, but now that if Ono wins this one fight, they still have to win, well, like 3 more to get the lead themselves.
So many small fights. There's 2v2 right now. Goatmeister versus the Tracer. Can he get the shot? Oh, still gets him. How?
Incredible.
How? All right, Goatmeister and Hev end up trading. Ken's going to die. There's no recall there. 89 meters on the board for They got Tire. They can have poles. They got beat. They can just beat for beat.
Deadeye's not super effective here.
No, I mean,
like, that's going to be...
Deadeye is basically useless against their comp. I mean, I guess you can zone with it, sure, but everybody's so mobile. Nice initial damage there onto Ostrix yet again. I mean, a lot of the time, Goatmeister's just been targeting Ostrix. Like, if I get a full detonation of the tire, like max damage, and then we just follow that up, like, we
yeah,
can full clip. Pretty quick.
Yeah. Like, Ken has been right there to make sure that the tire damage actually does stick. So really nice to just have that follow-up from them. Isaac's gonna have another Primal Rage again, too. 2 minutes now left in this map. Ono is gonna be in control of the bot for now, but with just the Lucio sound barrier to their name, we have to pay attention to this pulse bomb from Ken to see if it's just gonna chew through any of that.
Good stick. Walks away. It just walks away.
Rolls.
All right, sweet. Yeah, all good. Deadeye. I said it was a little bit useless, a good zoning tool, but still managed to come up with a kill. Okay, best ultimate in the game. 1 minute and 40 seconds to go now. Zaya still control the lead as KDM still putting up big numbers on the Kiriko. The neutral damage for Kiriko is still really nice. Like, it got a buff. Like, the headshot multiplier went down from 2.5 to 2, but the base damage of the kunai is doing a lot more than they used to. No longer tickling the opponent, they actually do a sizable amount of damage.
Yeah, it's a good change. Definitely see a lot of high-level Kirikos take advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean, good. Well, I think it's good for the, like, low-level players, to be honest, and like everybody that's not like a pro too, because you're just doing more like consistent damage rather than just like doing nothing.
You
like,
feel more effective. Yeah.
Just in the neutral. Colosseo. Kind of wish he had the high noon at this point. Joining the fight a little bit late here, and unfortunately too late to be effective by the looks of it. As your backlines are already dead. You're on the high ground too. Oh, hitting the aerials? Oh, not quite. Gonna die too. Yeah, the bot is in control of oh yeah right now, and with that fight win, it's gonna be close to impossible to get back into this one if you're Wasp. Even LP. Okay, they're going on a break now. Yeah. So no more Kira.
Him had a bad time with Isaac.
Sick and tired of dying to Kirkmeister as well. These random bombs.
Yeah, but Isaac too has just been such a pain. 20 seconds left, and Wasp have a lot of work cut out for them here.
Good pulse from Ken, just fades away too. Cool guys definitely don't look at explosions. Nade and Primal Rage used. At least Ev's coming up with kills. Cool Boy down, but this Primal Rage might be the monkey in the side that Wasp don't want or don't need. Yeah, Colosseo dead. OT in session now. Ty comes out from Kirkmeister. The fight is broken down to the point where it is just desperation o'clock as Ostrix scurries away to the Mega Health Bag, but I'm not sure he's even available, to be honest. Isaac's fighting a 13 HP as, oh yeah, might just be able to round this one out and see themselves in the main event. LP falls to Kirkmeister's melee, and 89 meters versus 55, and unfortunately, the road will end here for Wasp. Ostrix from Colosseo couldn't quite get it done as, oh yeah, will finish the series pretty damn strong with a 3-2. Continue their run in that Group B and join ENCE in the main event next week.
Maybe we get a chance to see ENCE versus Oh Yeah? That would be fun. Maybe, or maybe they end up on different sides of the bracket. I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see how the bracket
ends up. That would be fun. I want the
rolling
rematch.
Through with Zoe.
We love a good
Welcome
rematch.
back.
Thank you. Blessed be my life, actually, because you know, we expect stuff to get weird when Oh Yeah takes to the stage. So shout out to Wasp for understanding the brief, because they made it even weirder, and I absolutely am in love with it. Like to see all the comp and Junkrat in its full glory. Quite frankly, Circuit Royale was like almost offensive how well the offense comp actually worked from Oh No. So yeah, let's roll it back. Let's talk about what we got to see. Love the commitment to the ball. Is that just OTPing, or is that just... Yeah, that's it, right?
Ostrix is just OTP ball player, which is, you know, fair enough. I mean, you got Gurk on the other side as well, right?
Yeah.
It works, it works. I mean, Ball is pretty viable, I'd say. At this moment in time, I wouldn't say he's one of the worst tanks, but D.Va's just a little bit better. Winston's a little bit better. I wouldn't say he's up there in terms of like S tier picks, but Ball's still pretty damn good, especially in these kind of games where you're expecting it to go a little bit wacky and wild. Ball can kind of take over. That's where Ball excels in teams, or like in situations where it's the fights are going to break down in about half a second as soon as one thing happens, you know? Like,
I mean, I was molding here, all right? I don't understand how this offensive composition from Oh No actually... Like, how? Why does this work? Someone, please?
Well,
anyone? Just...
Big nade. Big nade, big damage. There you go.
Yes.
Big nades, big damage.
That's my expert opinion.
That's, yeah, I mean, that will do. Didn't work so well on the defense, unfortunately, but oh, what a sight to behold it was on the offense.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit silly.
A little bit silly. But that's what you want. That's what you want
expect.
when Oh Yeah is playing, right?
Exactly,
We're here
right?
for the silly games.
Exactly. You're expecting this kind of thing. You're expecting Kirkmeister to just pop off as well with the Junkrat, the Riptides and stuff. Like, it was a fun game. Like, it wasn't like Crazy Raccoons fight Falcons kind of tier 1, like S tier, some of the best teams in the world. But seeing Wrecking Ball, seeing Junkrat, you've got to have a little bit of silliness in your
I like how scrappy we went here. I like a good brawl, you know. I like a good skirmish. I feel like that was delivered here as well.
Absolutely. I think we ended up getting some really good scrappy fights, maybe a little bit more chaotic than what we are used to for something like Overwatch, but I do not think I would have it any other way, especially with the Hangzhou Spark skin on the Junkrat.
Yeah, that's really what
feels even better.
Sells it.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, rip the backlines, of course. If you're going up against people like Kirkmeister or, you know, the balls on the other side. Like, I think the real The real MVPs are, of course, the backlines who have to deal with all of that. Gerkmeister made their life a living hell. What a fantastic performance from that team, though. They played it close. I do love how close of a match it was. Again, this was a rematch. First time around, Wasp did not have the answers. This time around, they brought it, though. So all the more excited I am for OWCS to prove again that they are the better team. And that also means that they are the one to move on to the main event alongside ENCE.
Yeah. So, by the way, there's 74,000 damage from the Junkrat this series. I mean, we did play 5 maps, to be fair, so it averages out, like, you know, over 10k per map, but still...
That's a lot of damage.
Still a lot of damage, yeah.
Isn't that like 15k?
I'm not going to do maps on broadcast. Ain't no way.
What did you say, 75,000?
75,000 in
over.
5.
Yeah, it's 15k. I'm so good.
15K,
I'm so
okay,
good,
50,
sorry.
yeah, 15k damage per map, like
15K
that.
damage per map.
Like, the spam is unreal. From
Yeah.
Gurk's very good at Junk.
crazy.
Like, it is crazy seeing
Who's the
how...
better Junk? Kaya? Or
Yeah. Oh, Kaya or Gurk? I don't know. Kaya got that 5k with Kaya in stage 1, so probably Kaya. Sorry, Gurk.
I think Kaya
Gurk's
has
got
the
the
better frag reel, but I do think that, like, the numbers that Gurk just put up in this match, pretty phenomenal. I don't know. They should both hold hands and do a Q and the unlocked
Do it,
ladder.
Who's going to play Junk? You have to flip a coin? That would suck.
No, it's like the unlimited heroes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that.
And then you have 2
Back in olden
Junkrats.
days.
Yeah.
I love that
doing that
for all
again.
of us. I mean, I know Kaya's sitting on the bench. Kaya transitioned to the analyst role, so he was probably just like Mr. Miyagiing it, being like, yep, I taught him everything he knows.
Exactly. 100%.
Fair.
I taught him
Probably
that
know
back
how it
shot.
went down. I'm not entirely sure. No, I haven't confirmed. I have voices in my head who tell me the Gerkmeister is actually joining us for a quick chat. So let's bring Gerkmeister in, at least via voice. Gerkmeister, congrats on the dub. You did it again against the same team. This time it was a lot closer. So before I want to ask anything else, I need to know from you, which stars have to align for you to actually ever switch off of that Junkrat?
I mean, well, if I go against like Diva, Echo, Tracer, I was not gonna have a good time, so I would probably swap toward them.
That was not convincing, so you're probably gonna still play.
I mean, I'll probably stay young for a bit, but I might swap like after a while.
Please don't. No, we respect the junk. We want the junk. It's all we want. Phrasing. Anyway.
Is there any other big pocket pick that you'd swap to? Like anything else you really enjoy playing apart from the Junk?
I mean, I like playing Hanzo, but I haven't played him in a while, so I'm pretty washed. So I stick to Young.
Hanzo's pretty good.
Yeah. Hanzo's pretty good right now.
I'm washed though, so
You're
I'm lucky.
Well, I had a question because I feel like there's a lot of players out there that look at a player like you that is so good at Junkrat and they go, I want to be just like Gerkmeister. So if you could give some advice to anybody watching that wants to OTP Junkrat any of their ranked games, what would you give them?
I feel like you gotta have like an iron mental to play only Junkrats every single game on every single map, so try to get a good mental. That's the first step.
That's right. It's all about the
Great
mental.
advice.
It's all about great gameplay as well, and that you and the squad delivered. So congratulations once again for moving on to the main event.
Thank
We
you.
can't wait to see you guys go at it again. For now, get some rest, and we see you again next week. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.